Sierra Leone is experiencing a high rate of child mortality. More than 14% of these deaths are due to diarrhea and cholera. This situation is partly as a result of inadequate water sanitation and hygiene services. According to Sierra Leone Ministry of Water Resources, the access of water services in urban areas is relatively high compared to the rural and small towns. However, there are large differences in access between wealthy and poor households and different geographical areas. The major water sanitation and hygiene challenge in Sierra Leone are the low levels of use of basic sanitation services, access to safe and quality water, and inadequate use of safe hygiene practices by children and their families. In Madina village, with a population of 70 residents, majority are under 5 children. This village is located 25 miles away from Makeni City, and most people in this community are farmers, and they depend mainly from their farming.
Mina almami tsarawali yino mdina ambalisha bara matutu ka section e constine e masoto kaka pitka suno mdina ampanga mant yisuno ne baki mder kati masoto mant ba constine ati e boli surkom mant miye ta baro bik mant ba ka mun bengs bleso to mant mfino tas nkone ka sofa ta kati mkama soto mant enduman koso tamanti oboli di pong asta maman tama kamune nskone ya pataru mund namas koso to mai oboli wa mama beli mani takamuni so bepito e mama kayak kapat kabuko oboli di pong task peskin matila do shitingin so nkone do teko mas ko kuta man mati tasa bai kema ziu sa ko kuta man mati
mine ka dia tu masari nom dina dei maman tmoe mo pokara sumo trouble su pasha man song en fait tout en bom e hospital mo es ba hospital fati ama su pasha en fait mas kira ngado hospital en fait en pour place kira ngato lo mo gbele mpe no fi sa se strain am panga kayak mans se bai mans mo brang como no se strain yi de kayak mans noko se ako e brang kallam po ko bolo mo mas bas de kute se strain tama ima ko fumpo ele bota eroba maskuta mans mo shiwa se bai mans mo sumunu.
I am Jonathan Thompson Pella, lecturer administrator of the Koroma University of Science and Technology in Sierra Leone. I am development communication practitioner. The water sanitation problem in Sierra Leone is very much demanding. Sierra Leone, of course, internationally or globally is known as a developing country. because we in this country are suffering from poverty, and there are other group of people suffering from extreme poverty. Water sanitation has been a constraint. Currently, we are actually striving towards solving that problem. We've got organizations from the international body, non-governmental organizations, as well as representative from the United Nations, the World Health Organization, WHH, I say. We have all of these organizations who are doing very well in helping to mitigate the water sanitation crisis. Because of lacking of good water sanitation, the death rate in this country is high. There are a lot of diseases all around: cholera, diarrhea, you name them. Our country is suffering from water that is not pure enough for human consumption. We cannot get the pure water we need as human beings for our survival in this country. We depend mostly on imported water, especially for those that could afford by then. But those living in extreme poverty are actually suffering from these challenges.
Ikoma 5 ke lo sangar. Tsama ima amantsami. Kapetsa ke matsela no mdina. Sa se streno taser. A toba ki. Mere kumko. Ni masur pa ko puri kot. Mo puri koti. Manang se de mai mama amantsami mo de yosu an streno ngati. Ba shi amantsi sapi son koma. Tatsa ka be ko de bungale kan ngants. Bomo ngants. Ke bashi ko kene ko tsaka kira ko do hospital. Kalisto se tbe ko do hospital a ko tamro. Nant kofi. Kas de kalane. Tapu ka rebene. Kono ofoso yo 1 year 6 months. Of course, 1 year 6 months. Ta tsaka tsesu ko bodong ko tamro kofi. Also yin. Kono 1 year bo raso pobika. Kono so ai kaka so big ampa ngamantsanyi ne so. Kono so ka so tamro kono so ko bomongan angara be kolera antamo. So yepo los nga afeta ngara.
Sba challenges batino petno. No man no e tsotsu. Afeta amba kikabom. A month. No man no e tsara shots in a month. Sba do. Uns conecta so wa mai. Kachin kama so ta month. Anang alela suno petno ta. Pepin bele ba months mamuni. It's bele ba months mambukoi. Nti ba ken kamderi. So nge antin kane suno petno. En baby dom no nunca am capitin 35 months mbolo ne suno. So best bentalam kera months me bolo sam. E onda. Mama yuze onda ka kone rute ko. Lom o am kamelo mara no kone ka fumpo. Oyo no ban. So ki. Bomu nga mama kone e boka e matila erof. Anko abuko ka ula ngamba funda kemati. Light o kinu ko nako ko sonko. That's what manchi like ako difu. So I better almost back on. Concerning Nampanga Manson, Moko Chok Sufino Afeton, and two couple. I'm finger.
When you take a critical look in the livelihood of the people, you realize that there are a lot of health issues: diarrhea, cholera, malaria, typhoid. Most of these diseases are caused by the water we as citizens are consuming. It is very difficult for us to get access to pure water. Reason being, the mentality and mindset of the people in Sierra Leone very low. We are experiencing open defecation on streets that runs right down to the dam that supply the entire country or some areas in the country. There are some communities, when you go into the interior, they don't even have access to pure water. They survive in boreholes. Some don't even have the boreholes. Some are getting water from streams. These streams have been contaminated by free defecation of human waste.
Malaria, that's number 1. 2, diarrhea. Because this catchment area, they cover 12 villages, so they can at this center. So all them cases, they report under this hospital. So after all the report, even here again, every Monday, we come right and gather, we talk to them. We give health talks on this personal hygiene. Because we tell them, say, even when changing pikin in nappy, you get for washing soap and water, clean water. By the pikin, if you don't begin beer water, because from 0 to 6 months, pikin enough for beer water. Only na bobi they get. And if you do so, you begin only get diarrhea, in fact. You know, they even sick safe. By then, we tell them back, if you feel say this begin the water, it don't pass 6 months, you don't begin beer water. You don't get money for buy grafting water, you boil the water. When you boil them, you pin am. Oh, not so the one you get more. When you don't boil them, you pin am. You get them white pieces there. They say, what's up? Fine, the sift other water they cover. Now you use.
Bobo no nema abaki maka. Tren sabo ngang bakon tensaman skarama. Masur kama pantes bai saida ba fotane skar kone.
Dasto no tordo rata. No po belma baran no po brans kalam before chane nagar bili kutmans.
When you go into the interior of Sierra Leone, you go into the villages, you realize that the people living in those places are actually not getting what exactly they need to get. You go to slum areas, of course, there you'll find the majority of people suffering from getting pure water. Children are dying, not to mention women. Households are suffering from diseases. These are all results on pure water that people are consuming.
Sabe eu tô assumindo que tá na mesma poxa me é bom mas iba então ele tô indo só até me gari agora pura mona mi bem não tô vou matar o mim mra checa mans e cadê a sua câmera não tak dei me eu chale di kan youth na não tak amos boy que ba pomp ade bem passo ela pompa from man let's say so bless so bem pompa e tá e tenho su. Yes, back a lumpy is best do pond dire. Column catting, young chick use cookut. Can I call lumpy or bolly or lol? Then another morning, moments mampulai, amp covers use cabin park, look on cacalam commandments mean I'm safety. More come up the governments from either. One go put to a month's beam, then bang back my bonds. That's in it, but mamma, she had a rob along. I call up and look on no quarter balance. More kapom kasoki, might have been packing. I like pump a month, Musule, into strina, I like column city and do pump. Oh, Niki not to pump or Belela Sorobam Okiri. So I decide of Basata, scored about the Koroma sapmans lamp. And no more scutis as I know rata. And once bomb me maturi, I've Magbati come down. So a lot man to bomb look all my damayak, so some no that other see them must go to because when yes, by man to long must use it. A man's magic best must be used because man call pumping, but less automatic and time in my. So man got to go through, man must use affectors and sort of it and bomb mangans, but then I'm sunk and to lumpy. That's one of the hospital because a man's may am safe. And to bomb look on Adamayak, Lomon no let them so madam cheering. Ang kufri no kodachi besa sam could not as I'm sort of no kodachi.
I think it is a call for everybody to come on board to see how best, in as much as water, sanitation, health, all of these are part of what the world wants to achieve at Against 2030. These are all under the Sustainable Development Goals. So I think it's high time we began to think how people come in to see or to remedy such situation.
Recently, the Ministry of Water Resource and Sanitation mapped out strategies on how to mitigate the problems of water sanitation and shortages in order to remedy the situation.